It all started with a moment that nobody expected, a moment where one of the most powerful women in entertainment suddenly looked shaken. Not polished, not perfectly controlled, not the untouchable business mogul we've all come to know, but human, vulnerable, and honestly, a little scared. Because this time, it wasn't just online drama. It wasn't a trending hashtag that would disappear in a few days. This was real. A massive lawsuit, a shocking $120 million demand. And behind the scenes, insiders were whispering that this could be one of the biggest legal battles of her career. For years, she built an empire that seemed unstoppable. Fashion, beauty, reality TV, billion-dollar deals. It looked like nothing could touch her. But here's the twist. All it took was one accusation, one claim, one legal move to make everything feel like it could come crashing down. And what nobody expected was how deeply this situation would affect her. Because this wasn't just about money. This was about reputation, legacy, and the image she spent decades building. And now it was all under attack. To understand how things got this intense, you have to go back and really look at the journey, because her story didn't start with lawsuits and billion-dollar brands. It started with hustle, controversy, and a constant fight to prove herself in a world that never took her seriously. She came into fame surrounded by skepticism. People doubted her talent, questioned her success, and constantly tried to reduce her to headlines instead of seeing her as a businesswoman. But over time, she flipped that narrative. She turned attention into opportunity, criticism into currency. She built brands that dominated social media. She created products that sold out in minutes. She mastered the art of staying relevant in a world that forgets people overnight. And slowly, she transformed from just a reality star into a global powerhouse. But success like that doesn't come without pressure. Behind the cameras, behind the photo shoots, behind the perfectly curated posts, there was always a need to stay ahead, to stay on top, to keep growing no matter what. And sometimes that pressure leads to decisions that later come back to haunt you. Because in the world of business, especially at that level, every move is watched, every deal is analyzed, every partnership is questioned. And when something looks even slightly off, people start digging. And that's exactly what happened here. The lawsuit didn't come out of nowhere. It was building quietly behind the scenes long before it made headlines. At the center of it all was a claim that she had crossed a line that powerful brands and creators take very seriously. According to the lawsuit, she was being accused of promoting and profiting from designs that allegedly weren't hers to use. The claim suggested that certain pieces featured in her projects closely resembled protected designs and not just inspired by them, but too similar to ignore. Now, at first, it might not sound like a big deal. Inspiration happens all the time in fashion and design, but this wasn't being treated as inspiration. This was being labeled as infringement, and not just minor infringement. We're talking about claims that could cost her $120 million. That number alone changed everything, because now this wasn't just a debate. This was war. At first, her team tried to stay calm, quiet statements, careful wording, no emotional reactions. They positioned the claims as exaggerated, even opportunistic. Insiders close to her insisted that she had done nothing wrong, that everything used in her projects had gone through proper channels. But then, more details started coming out, and that's when things got messy. Reports began to surface suggesting that the designs in question weren't just similar, they were nearly identical in structure, concept, and presentation. Legal experts started weighing in, saying this case could actually have serious consequences if proven true. And suddenly, public opinion started shifting. Because here's the thing, people love a success story, but they also love a downfall. And for someone who has spent years being both admired and criticized, this situation became the perfect storm.
social media exploded. Some fans rushed to defend her, saying she was being targeted because of her success. Others weren't so forgiving. They started bringing up past controversies, questioning her business practices, and asking if this was part of a bigger pattern. And that's when the pressure really hit.
Because it wasn't just about winning a case anymore. It was about controlling the narrative. Behind closed doors, sources say things were getting intense. Legal teams working overtime, meetings stretching late into the night, strategies being rewritten again and again as new information kept coming in. And in the middle of it all, she was trying to hold everything together. But here's what nobody saw coming: the emotional toll. Because while the public saw headlines and drama, what they didn't see was the weight of it all behind the scenes, the stress, the fear, the uncertainty of not knowing how this could end. Imagine building an empire for years, only to have it questioned overnight. Imagine waking up every day knowing that one decision from a court could change everything. That's the kind of pressure she was under, and according to insiders, it started to show. There were moments where she reportedly broke down in private, moments where the strong, composed image slipped, and the reality of the situation hit her hard. Because no matter how powerful someone seems, situations like this remind you that they're still human, still capable of feeling overwhelmed, still capable of fear. But here's the twist. Even in the middle of all this chaos, she didn't back down. Instead, she shifted into survival mode. Her team became more aggressive, statements became stronger, the narrative started changing from defense to counterattack. They began questioning the motives behind the lawsuit, suggesting that this wasn't just about protecting designs, but about targeting her brand for financial gain. And just like that, the story flipped again. Now, it wasn't just her under scrutiny, it was both sides. And that's when things got even more complicated. Because in cases like this, the truth isn't always simple. It's layered, messy, full of gray areas where both sides believe they're right. And the longer it dragged on, the more unpredictable it became. Meanwhile, her business empire was feeling the pressure too. Brands tied to her name started being watched more closely. Partnerships were quietly reevaluated. Investors began asking questions. Because in the business world, perception matters just as much as reality, and even the hint of controversy can shake confidence. But what nobody expected was how this situation would affect her personally. Because beyond the money, beyond the legal arguments, there was something deeper at stake: her identity. For years, she fought to be taken seriously as a businesswoman. She worked to prove that she was more than just fame, more than just a face on a screen. And now, all of that was being questioned again. It's like being pulled back into a narrative you thought you had already escaped. And that's a different kind of pain, the kind that hits you emotionally, not just professionally. There were reports that she leaned heavily on her family during this time. Late-night conversations, private moments away from the cameras where she could just be herself without the pressure of the world watching. Because at the end of the day, no matter how big your empire is, you still need support when things fall apart. And this felt like things were falling apart. But here's what makes this story even more intense. It's not over. The case is still unfolding, the outcome is still uncertain, and the stakes are still incredibly high. Because $120 million isn't just a number. It's a statement, a message, a line drawn in the sand. And depending on how this ends, it could change everything. Not just for her, but for how celebrity businesses operate moving forward. Because cases like this set examples. They create boundaries. They show what's allowed and what isn't. And right now, everyone is watching, waiting to see what happens next. But maybe the most powerful part of this story isn't the lawsuit itself. It's what it reveals.
Because behind the fame, behind the success, behind the headlines is a person dealing with pressure most of us can't even imagine. A person trying to protect everything they've built while the world questions it. And whether you support her or criticize her, you can't deny one thing. This moment is real. This struggle is real. And the outcome? It's going to leave a mark. So the real question isn't just whether she'll win or lose, it's what this experience will turn her into. Stronger, more cautious, more guarded, or something completely different. Because sometimes it's not the success that changes you, it's the moments when everything feels like it's slipping away. And this might be one of those moments. So as the story continues to unfold, one thing is clear. This isn't just another celebrity drama.
And maybe that's the part nobody talks about enough. What happens after the headlines fade? Because right now, everything feels loud. The accusations, the opinions, the constant noise of people choosing sides without knowing the full story. But eventually, all of that quiets down. The cameras move on, the internet finds something new to focus on. And what's left is reality. For her, this isn't just a trending topic. This is something she has to live through. The stress, the uncertainty, the long nights wondering how it will all play out. Because no matter how strong someone looks on the outside, moments like this test you in ways nothing else can. But here's the truth. Sometimes the biggest setbacks create the strongest comebacks. And whether people want to admit it or not, she's built her entire career on proving people wrong. Every time the world thought she was done, she found a way to come back louder, stronger, and more in control than before. So the real story might not be this lawsuit. The real story might be what she does next. Will this break her? Or will this push her into a new chapter that nobody saw coming?
Because if there's one thing we've learned, it's that pressure either destroys you or it transforms you. And right now, she's standing right in the middle of that moment. So as this situation continues to unfold, keep your eyes open, because the ending of this story hasn't been written yet, not even close. And trust me, when it finally is, it's going to shock everyone. If you made it this far, I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think she's being unfairly targeted, or do you believe there's more to this story than we're being told? Drop your opinion in the comments below. Let's talk about it. And if you enjoy deep, dramatic breakdowns like this, make sure you hit that like button so more people can see this story. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because the next update on this situation could drop at any moment, and you don't want to miss it. Because over here, we don't just follow the headlines, we uncover the truth behind them. And this story, it's far from over.